Hi, Griffin. Thank you so much for joining me during this writing conference. I just wanted to congratulate you on finishing your narrative. You did a great job, and this last version, week 3, that you did with the final edits and revisions is fantastic. So I'm going to be going through and showing you what you did great and also comparing it to your draft, your revision, and then your final draft so that you can really see the difference and reflect on your own process as a writer. So when you went and said that the trolls have typing quirks, that really helped me as a writer understand why you have the dialogue written and the way that you do. And I also like that you used the um, editing tips to go back and specify which character was talking when. That really helps the reader know what dialogue is coming from which character. And um you I also really liked how you added in the new information about the Lucis and the Grubs and how that family and their growth cycle works. That really helped give some background information to the reader when they might not know about the type of fan fiction that you're writing about. Um, and then your ending is great. It really summarizes what the conflict was and the resolution and what Eridan knows he needs to do in the future. So that is great because that is what a conclusion of a story is supposed to do. And again, down here with the dialogue, you specified who is speaking when, and that is great. Um, and right here, I know a big thing that was part of your goals was working on saying what you wanted to say in a more clear way, and this is great. This is a perfect example of that, where you say that Eridan wanted to know how long it was going to be before he woke up, and that all of the dreams was getting kind of confusing. So as a reader for your previous 2 drafts, it was really confusing as if Eridan was actually sleeping or if he was awake and experiencing this. So this added detail is wonderful. It clears up everything. And now as a reader, I know that um, everything that's happening is just a dream, and that when he wakes up, he knows what he has to do to avoid potentially experiencing what is happening in the dream. So, a few things that I just wanted to talk about regarding some spelling and grammar is that sea dwellers should be 2 words. So you can either do sea dwellers or you can put a hyphen between that just to separate it, because what you have written isn't actually a word. And then I noticed that again down here in didn't, for that conjunction, you should have an apostrophe T. So they're just little things, and it appears that this is supposed to be thoroughly, and you have written throughly. So for our informational writing series, I think that one thing we want to work on is definitely grammar and spelling, because in an informational piece, you want to make sure that that is correct. But overall, you did great. If you notice, your first draft was barely over a page, and you didn't even have an ending. You just had possibly be continued. And I know that there was very little dialogue, very little descriptions if we look back at the comments. And then in your second week after you revised it, we see that you added in a conclusion to your narrative, which was which was great, and you added in some more details about Aridon and Solix. Um, and but it was still a little bit confusing as to if Aridon was actually awake or if he was sleeping. And then we can look at your final piece where you really revised the dialogue. You went back and you added details about what exactly their accent is that they're speaking in. You revised and edited your conclusion. You took away the sentences that weren't needed for your story, and you added in that he was dreaming. So you really did a great job solidifying your narrative, and I can't wait to read what you have for your informational piece next week.